Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. Over the weekend, they've released photos of the Riddler, and we're going to talk about that and our opinions on it. And if you want to join the Absolute Armada, hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, because we're three guys. Sometimes there's a fourth guy, sometimes there's a fifth guy, and we talk about all of your favorite. He's here, you just don't know him. You have never met Hudson.
Nope. This is true. Hudson's like he's like the side character that jumps in every once in a while.
He's gonna join us to Superman and Lois while we wait for Young Justice to come back. So there you go. So, but anyway, yes, join us. We talk about movies, rumors, theories, reviews, all of it. So, Riddler photos have released.
Yeah.
And the internet does not like them.
Why does he look like that?
And I'll tell you why. It's because he looks like the Zodiac Killer. Like,
I know.
Every time anybody is
every
time, every bit of criticism about this costume, someone goes, I don't know if you know this, but he's supposed to look like the Zodiac. I'm like, I get it. I get that exactly. when they talked about making this movie and Matt Reeves said inspiration for the Riddler was from the Zodiac Killer, I got it.
Yeah.
But he looks like the raincoat murderer from I Know What You Did Last Summer. He looks like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. He looks like he does not.
But the Riddler.
He looks
like
anything
but the Riddler. They put one question mark on him. They put one question mark on the coat.
I just put I have it on my phone right now, and I put my thumb over the question mark, and he just looks like some high fashion model that is walking down a runway in New York somewhere.
Yeah. I expect there to be some pithy statement on the back of his coat that is made with gaffer tape. I don't know. This sucks. And
I mean, how do we know that he's not going to put on the outfit though eventually? This is just his I'm the murderer in the beginning.
This is his Riddler Begins outfit.
Yeah. He's got a suit on under it. He takes
so this is the best one. I'm going to link it to you guys. You can put it on screen right now, Dylan.
Why
I saw this image going around of the actor, Paul, I want to say Dano?
Paul Dano.
Of what he looks like. Someone said his casual look is more Riddler.
Yes.
This is the
He does just look like the Riddler.
Yeah, that's why I love that they cast him.
And they put him in a full mask.
Yeah, shove him in a mask, muffle his voice. Perfect. Nailed it. I
see. What I'm wondering because everyone hated Heath Ledger's Joker when he got his set photos out.
Right.
I'm curious if we're all reading way too much into this, and this is the outfit when he doesn't want people to know who he is.
Right.
But as everyone told me, the Riddler
he's very noticeable though.
Right. Yeah. But what we're saying is once he gets arrested, because remember my theory that was going to be some form of the Joker and the internet, and decided to rightfully inform me that it's actually the Riddler.
Yes.
Post that, what if we have no mask, glasses, suit and tie? You all know who I am now, Riddler.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd be okay with that, I suppose. Now that I'm thinking about it, I like the idea that, he's really he's just he needs to get his message out there, but he's also super protective of his identity. And when he's out, he's like, oh, you know what? Actually, it was really freeing, and now I'm kind of just gonna wallow in my own crapulence. Now I'm total Riddler. I'd be okay with that.
Because what if he follows initially Batman's, he follows in Batman's footsteps, we gotta hide our identity.
Yeah.
So he does that gimp mask thing.
That's fair.
But it seems like Batman's gonna catch him based on those trailers pretty early on, which, by the way, thanks for spoiling that trailers. I still think it's the Joker. I'm standing by that crazy statement.
Fair enough. I've heard rumors that they might have cast a Joker and stuff like that. I'm like, don't bother. Just wait a minute.
I'm going to laugh so hard if I was right this whole time. Don't worry, Dylan. I'm not actually spoiling things based on the trailer. There's a scene where it pans up on a guy in prison. Yeah. And they don't show the face, but everyone on the internet decided to tell me that is the Riddler.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think it also, I think it's worth mentioning that we're crapping on this costume pretty hard, but also the image that we see of it that's been circulating is in very flat lighting. It's
a promo image.
It's not in the movie.
It's a costume test. We've seen.
Yeah.
I remember I remember one of the first trailers when you just saw him hunched over something with duct tape. I'm haunting, good stuff. That's actually kind of scary. And I imagine if someone dressed like that ran at me, I'd be I'd be rightfully crapping my pants. But
that's the scene of him from the trailer, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like in the movie. It does look very effective. Riddler's not known for hiding his face, though. That's the big.
Like, I think case in point, like Ben Affleck's Batman costume, you put that in like bright lighting and everything, and it's like, that looks kind of goofy. Like, why is he so wide set? But you shoot it a certain way, and it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. But
no, that's one of my favorite on-screen Batman costumes of all time. I'm like, they nailed it. But
no, they did.
This is. Especially if it's a proto suit, I love the idea that, he's like, yeah, I'm really guarded. And then he's like, oh no, I'm out. I'm going to dress like I want to dress. Like, I'm going to wear a nice suit.
Right. And
all over it.
I would love it if they're hiding that. Like, that's what he's going to come out as later.
That'd be cool.
I will hate it if we get this outfit the whole time, and then like the mid-credit scene is him being like, I like a bowler.
I think
very up their alley.
That would also line up with him being based on the Zodiac too, just because the Zodiac, later in his life, when people started to know who he was, he like became more in the public eye. Like, people didn't see him, but like he wrote more to the press, and was like, hey, I'm kind of liking this fame that I'm getting. I enjoy it to a degree, so that would line up with that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Another thing I've been loving about the Twitter and the ranting on this. First up, I'll say this first. I love they're comparing Jim Carrey's Riddler outfit to this outfit. Like,
Which,
by the way, is the Jim Carrey outfit is more comic accurate.
Oh, it is 100%. Yeah,
for some versions of the Riddler, because everyone's thinking of like the animated series, but no, like Riddler wore a full body leotard with question marks all over it. And Jim Carrey did that. And the cane.
Like here's a great image that you might want. I don't know if you want to put on the screen here, Dylan, but it's all the Riddler costumes that we've seen.
Right.
And generally, he's got the bowler, he's got the suit, he's got the question marks. That's
right.
That's him. Apparently, they also released Colin Farrell's Penguin.
Yes, I love the suit he's wearing. I'm glad he didn't hurt his body to like gain 60 pounds to like, become the Penguin.
The only thing I have to say about this is I really hope he sells this character perfectly. Because there's a lot of prosthetics, a lot of bodysuit, a lot to make him look like the Penguin. When there is a lot of actors who already fill this role. So I'm
when Danny DeVito literally exists. Yeah, no,
that's what I mean. Like, there are people who could do this. So
yeah, I like his I like the voice he picked. Like, I'm if anyone's gonna ham it up, it should be the Penguin. So I'm down. Like, I loved him in the trailer when he thinks he's killed him with the car. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm genuinely looking forward to this movie. There's no aspect of it that I'm like, except for the fact that like I don't see a mask for Catwoman outside of like a torn piece of fabric, and like I don't know what Hollywood's problem is when the first Catwoman we saw on screen, not including the Adam West Catwoman, was like a full-scale cat outfit with like ears and all.
Yeah. We've never gone back to that. I don't understand, because Halle Berry's just had like the weird thing that she never put on.
Less said is the better.
She exists. She exists, Sal. Halle Berry's Catwoman exists.
Yeah.
And then the Batman Dark Knight series, that one, she had like what, antenna?
Yeah, antenna. I love Anne Hathaway's portrayal. I hate the outfit because it's not one. And then there's this one, and hopefully, like you said, maybe that's all just like. No. You know how like Batman Begins? No. Everything begins in this movie.
Yeah,
everybody.
And I would love that if like what we have seen is like, because my current theory is that what we have mostly seen is the first 20 to 30 minutes.
That'd be great. It'd be so smart.
Yeah, and we haven't seen anything else. Now it's WB, and even if we haven't, we're going to probably.
Yeah, eventually. Right. But I'm coming around on this now. It is silly, but I am
in a vacuum. It looks very weird. But
right,
yes,
it looks
it's
like
not in the movie.
Like
we're not seeing it.
Trying, it's like, oh, finally we're gonna get a realistic, gritty portrayal of Batman. Like, you
did that. You've done that multiple times now.
That's all we're gonna do from now on.
I'm generally happy that I'm just kind of generally happy that we're getting the Riddler in general in the live portrayal. Because even the Jim Carrey version was shoehorned in with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, or who was in that one?
It was him and Two-Face. But Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face was so terrible that it dwarfed everything else in the movie.
So I'm excited that we're getting one, and they're going to do a more modern portrayal, making him the Zodiac Killer kind of in a look. I'm down with that. I am. Because that's how I would picture someone like the Riddler being. But if we keep the super villain vibe with that, I'm on board. Like that's what I want to see. Don't
fair.
just make him the Zodiac Killer. Make it like, oh, we took inspiration from the Zodiac Killer, and he's going to put on a boulder by the end, you know?
Right. Yeah. I can't wait for Jeffrey Wright to be like, this smoking feels good. I'm going to start doing that from now on. Like, I don't want to see everyone begin, but I would like to see.
I got to go home. Me and the wife are going to have a daughter tonight, Batman. We're thinking about naming her Barbara. By the end of the movie, my wife's pregnant, Batman. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
You said you wanted the origins of everyone.
I don't want the origins of everybody.
No,
maybe in the middle we'll just have
origins.
a weird cameo of Dick Grayson getting trained by his parents. Like
They go to the circus.
they go to the circus and the Flying Graysons are there.
Yeah.
You know, a great way to do an origin is now in modern days where origins are so tired, you spend a trilogy on it, and then by the end of it, you're like, oh, that was an origin, and you don't even realize it until the last one.
Like, we got you.
They really did with
Thanks.
that. But anyway,
Yeah.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
we're excited for I'm excited for Batman. I have 2 Batman tattoos and a Red Hood tattoo. I'm excited for Batman. So yeah. We're going to be talking more about this. So if you want to see more of us finding and discussing every bit of the rumor mill that comes out of this, please consider hitting subscribe, hitting that like button, and join us here at the Absolutely family. Absolutely Armada. Absolutely. Just hit that button.